Hello everyone. So in today's shave we're gonna do another comparison. This was asked by Kai Reeves, one of my subs. I think he's a sub. If he's not, he should be. But this is for him, Kai Reeves. He asked me to do a comparison between the Fatip open comb and the Fatip Gentile, or the closed comb. Right, I have the open comb in the nickel with the handle, the Grande handle, and I have the closed comb or the Gentile with the black metal, as they call it, and with the handle, the Grande as well. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'll do the Gentile on the left, the open comb on the left, the original, as they call it, and the closed comb on the right. So both of them will be loaded. Sorry guys, both of them will be loaded with the Astra Blades. I'm just gonna wet my face there. We'll use some pre-shave today. Hard soap pre-shave by Mastro Miche, which is one of my favorite ones. So here we go. And you don't need to put a lot on it. There we go. That's more than enough. I'll leave it there drying. And the soap we're gonna use, I think you guys already noticed in the back. It's a kind of a controversial soap because you either love it or hate it. So that's gonna be Arko, the original Arko hard soap. Now, this reminds me of an old soap that we used to use in Portugal. We call it sabão azul e branco, which means the blue and white soap. And it used to be used for all sorts of stuff, like from washing clothes to a normal bath, washing your hands, washing your face, like everything. That soap used to be used for everything. And so this is the scent that it reminds me of. It's kind of a lemony, citrusy, kind of that way. But it reminds me of that soap. And actually in the old times, I wasn't born yet, but you had the wash ladies that used to wash the clothes around the river and stuff, and that's the soap they used to use as well. It used to be a really traditional soap. You would find it everywhere in Portugal. Any drugstore would have it. I'm just gonna take the Proto leather there. Ooh. And any drugstore would have it. And they used to have it in big bars. And you could actually cut to measurement if you wanted. Then they started packaging later on. But I still remember some drugstores having it in bars and selling it when I was really young, guys. So there we go. I'm just washing the soap there. I'm gonna leave it there opened. Washing my face, my hands there now. And that's what it reminds me of, a really clean kind of scent. Some people hate it because it kind of reminds them of detergents. I'll catch that later. So we use my small Boar brush to lather it. But one thing no one can say is that this soap doesn't perform. Even if you don't like the scent, which I think is the main reason people don't like, at least all the ones I talked with, it's mainly because of the scent. But I do enjoy it. It's a bit dry there. And performance-wise, I think it performs brilliantly. Always gives you good leather. Nice. Take my water. Today I have about 3 days growth. I'm gonna try to do a 2-pass shave like normally I like, and see which one performs the best. It is a bit sunny outside, so this kind of citrusy scent for me, it's actually nice. It's not fresh, it's not like a menthol kind of a scent that you would have feel really fresh, but it's nice, like I enjoy it. A bit more water there. But that's what I was saying, that it reminds me of a lot of that soap. And the other thing I enjoy on this soap as well, even after you use it, you can always put some cologne over it, and it doesn't, this soap doesn't show up his scent afterwards. There we go. I'd say we're ready. Now, I actually forgot the lid. Just put it there so you guys can see. Now, we're gonna go first with the open comb Fatip, left hand side, Astra Blade. Now, I love both of them. I think I use this one the most, the open comb, because it's very, it's just easy to find out your angle. You feel the blade, but it's not too aggressive. It's not like the slant open comb that one is proper aggressive. This one is still, it's not very gentle either, like, you know, it's not very mild either, because it's open comb, but I do enjoy this one. But thing you have to be careful as well, there's a bit of an overhanging there. It's small, it's really small. It's probably the smallest overhanging on all the razors I tried. Unless it's the ones that don't have any overhanging. Now, one of the main reasons I enjoy this one is just the feeling of the blade. You don't feel that it's too aggressive, but you can control it easily, you can feel it easily. I hit myself on the bump again, forgot about it. Did this the last shave as well. I always have a tendency to forget my bumps. There we go. So, that's the first pass done with the open comb. Let's see the closed comb now. Come up to right there. With the Astra Blade. Yeah, you definitely feel a lot of difference. Definitely is more gentle, as the name says. And you don't have as much blade feel. At all. Yeah, it's very, very different. You have blade feel, but not even close to the open comb. It's as you might expect. But these Fatips, both of them, it's so easy to find the angle. And they're so easy to handle as well, especially for me, with the Grande handle. For me, it's just brilliant. Yeah, it's definitely on the milder side. I'll say the open comb is going into the medium aggressiveness. Now, being milder doesn't mean that it's not efficient. And you can see that I can do a kind of quicker. There we go. So that's the first pass done with both of them. Let's see. Yeah, definitely there's a difference there. There's definitely a difference there, especially on the cheeks. Yeah, I have almost none here. There's still a bit when you go against, but like this you barely feel the hairs there. On this one, no. On this one you definitely feel it. So efficiency wise, first pass, I have to give it to the open comb. Even the moustache area you feel the difference there. So open comb, more efficient than the Gentile. But if you don't like the blade feel, I would advise the Gentile. So let's get ready for a second pass. There we go. Now, this soap has a lot of sleekness, I have to say. A lot of sleekness. And definitely I still had loads of growth there on the side of the Gentile, of the closed comb. Not as much on the open comb, although around here I still had a bit there. But that's normal. See, like the thing with this soap, and I know some people don't like the scent because it reminds them of cleaning products and detergent and all that stuff. But I do enjoy it. I think it's like a cleansing your face. I don't know how to explain. And because I was used to that soap, which you used to have it at home all the time. Sometimes I didn't use it at all, but it was always there for some occasion or whatever, like, you know. And I do enjoy it. It might have to do as well with bringing back memories and stuff. But I do enjoy this scent. It's not my favorite one. Don't get me wrong. It's not my favorite one. But I do enjoy from time to time. And it's a really cheap soap as well that performs really well. So you lose nothing with it. If the scent doesn't affect you, this is a good performing soap. There we go. Now we're gonna only do 2 passes with both of them and see. So we're gonna go across, and I'll do the buffing with both of them as well. So across, I don't have much growth there on the top of the cheek. Even across I didn't feel anything. But I do have here on my bottom part, matte face now, as I call it. Yeah, the way you feel the blade is just, for me, it's just perfect. This one, I really do enjoy this a lot, because it does help me guide the blade where I want it when I'm shaving. There we go. Now I'm gonna buff upwards against. As you guys can see, you can buff away easy with this soap as well. Not a bother. Oh, jeez, almost got my finger there. There we go. Now across, just gonna clean it up there. I'm trying to be a bit faster with the shaves, especially with the razors that I know, just to save a bit of time. But it's not easy when you're talking, so I still have to be careful. There you go. Second pass done with the open comb. Let's get the closed comb now. Actually, it's kind of dissipating there. I don't know if I did. It's not normal. It doesn't happen, but that's it. There's still loads there. I'll put some more. We'll build a bit more leather there, guys. I probably should have built more because I'm trying to hurry up. I didn't build it. As you guys can see, I didn't load again. I just built it up with whatever was on the brush. So there we go. But it's so sleek, you barely notice the difference there. There we go. Across with the Gentile now, the closed comb. You definitely feel that you can put a bit more pressure, but you still have to be careful, guys. Because this open comb, I don't know if you guys can see the channels there. It's very open for a closed comb there. So you still kind of have to be careful. You don't feel much the blade, but if you do too much pressure, you definitely will nick yourself. Now, matte face. And you definitely feel more cutting there now, because the first pass didn't go properly. We go buff up. Not a bother there. There we go, across mustache area. Be careful with the overhanging there. Buff away. There we go. I'd say we're done. Let's check this now. I don't think I missed any part with any of them. So I do feel a bit of a stinginess there on my bump from the open comb. It may be smooth on this side, guys. Down this one, I still feel a bit here on this part. All the rest, yeah, here, yeah, and a bead here. So I'll have to go back to these spots there. Bottom part, no, bottom part is great on both, I have to say. It's just here and here on the closed comb. You kind of have to go a bit more slowly to catch the growth with the closed comb, I would say. So I'm not gonna build leather there, just with whatever I have, and you guys can see, and I'll have a proper, yeah, there we go, I got it. And it's good because you have good noise feedback, so you feel when you're cutting. There we go. Still have there, but this is a complicated area for me, and sometimes I nick myself there, and that's because I have hairs that grow up, down and sideways, so it's always kind of complicated. It's here and here, it's always kind of tough. So that's it. I'd say we're done now. Yeah, definitely, that's done. So as you can see, not much of a difference between them. I would say just there's a bit more efficiency with the open comb than the closed comb. You might have to go a third time in certain spots with the closed comb, but good shaves. You can get good shaves with both of them. So I'm gonna get ready. I'll do my alum treatment, and I'll see us back for the post shave. We're back. So let's get to the post shave. I did the alum treatment, and I had a lot of feedback on the bottom with both of them. There wasn't much of a difference in terms of the the feedback. By the way, we're using the Arko sensitive for balm for post shave. As I was saying, I had loads of feedback here on the bottom, so not much of a difference in terms of the feedback. They were both identical. I always put a bit too much. Have to. You don't need to put as much as I did. I did too much there. I must be thinking I'm leathering again. I'm just gonna take a bit off my hands and go with my hands over it again. I know the skin will absorb it, but and you should, if you have time, you should always leave it kind of dry a bit before you put some aftershave splash. The protection is better that way, especially if you have sensitive skin. There we go. Now for the splash, I'm going to the good old Lidl Cien man. I chose the AQUA today, although I prefer the bolt, the X bolt, which I can show you guys in a second. I prefer this one, but because it's kind of sunny and that's kind of on a warm scent, I'll go with the AQUA today. There we go. A bit there. See, no feedback on the cheeks at all, but I'll bet you I still have feedback underneath on the neck area. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Still feedback there. Not as much as I had with the alum, but I still kind of have some feedback there on the bottom. Now, let's go to conclusions with both razors. Now, the feeling on them is completely different, although handling and how you can easily handle them, it's the same, but shaving it's completely different. This one has way more blade feel than this one. Although this one is still efficient, you have to take a bit more time to catch all the growth. If you're hurrying it up, I would say this one is better because you can do 2 passes normally and it's always gonna BBS. Although this one you don't need to be as careful as with this one because you don't have as much blade feel. Efficiency, as you guys saw, I missed a few spots, but you don't need to do 3 passes. You can do just 2 passes and then do some buffing where you miss. This one normally I do 2 passes and I'm done easily. Close shave, like I like both of them to tell you the truth, but I probably would shave more often with the open comb. I think I can shave faster, and I like the amount of blade feel I have with this one. It's not too much, it's just on the right spot for me, and I can feel exactly what I'm doing with the open comb. This one, like for example, if I was shaving every single day, probably I would choose this one. I would choose the close comb. But because I don't, and I normally have a bit of 3-4 days overgrowth, I normally would prefer the open comb. That's my conclusions about this comparison. I still enjoy both of them, as I told you. Let's recap now. So we did the comparison with the Fatip open comb and the Fatip close comb. We used the Arko shave today, the original. I do enjoy it. I think it's a good performer, especially for the price. I paid, I think, 120, 130 for this pack, so cheap, really cheap, and I think it's really efficient. I know there's a lot of people don't like it, but normally it tends to be because of the scent, and I understand. I do enjoy it. We use Mastro Miche pre-shave soap, the hard soap. Both blades were Astra Blades. For post-shave we use the Arko sensitive, and splash we use the Cien from Lidl, the AQUA one. So that's it for me now. I hope this was a good shave for you guys as well. For me it was. I hope Kai Reeves did enjoy this video. This one was for you, and I hope I was helpful as well. See you in the next one. By the way, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to put a like on it if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye. Ciao.